Welcome back to the Deep Dive. It's January 2026, and, well, if you've been watching the headlines, you know the digital ground is shifting under us.
It really is.
For what, the last 10, 15 years, we've been living in this platform era, as some people are calling it.
Right.
You know the deal. You sign up for free, you hand over your data, and some company in another state extracts value from you. But today, we're looking at something different. A whole stack of documents proposing.
Yeah.
Well, not a new app.
No, it's not another app. They're talking about a new kind of infrastructure.
Exactly. And the sources we have, these market briefs, pilot strategies, technical docs, they pose this really powerful question. What if the internet wasn't designed to pull value out of your neighborhood?
What if it was designed to keep it there?
To keep it on your block. The project is called My City Connected, or MCC.
And reading through their problem and market brief, it's pretty hard to argue with their premise. They call the current situation a structural failure.
Let's start right there. Structural failure.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds, I don't know, like something an engineer would say.
Mm-hmm.
What does that actually mean for, say, a local coffee shop owner?
It means the system is rigged against them by design. It's not just bad luck.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. If you're running a restaurant, you're paying, what, 15, maybe 30% of every single order to a delivery app? That money is just gone.
And it feels like that toll just keeps going up.
It does. But there was one statistic in these documents that, honestly, it just stopped me in my tracks.
What about it?
It's about the pandemic. During COVID, over 44% of small businesses in majority Black neighborhoods closed. For good.
44%. That's almost half.
It's devastating. And MCC's whole argument is that it wasn't just the virus. It was a failure of the structure they were forced to rely on. Those razor-thin margins from the extraction economy, they had no buffer.
So MCC isn't trying to be a nicer app. It's trying to be a different kind of building entirely.
They call it a community-owned digital utility.
A utility, that's a heavy word. Like water, power.
Exactly. It implies it's essential. It's infrastructure. And the founder, Alessandro Berdin, he uses this fascinating phrase, ethical asymmetry.
I saw that. Break that down.
It's about building a system where the incentives are permanently tilted towards the community, not the platform. And he's very clear. He says this isn't a protest against big tech.
Right.
Protests are temporary. Construction is permanent.
Okay, that's a powerful vision. But I want to get into the mechanics, because when you hear community-owned, you sometimes think nonprofit, maybe a little clunky, but the proposal outlines a very specific economic model.
Oh, it's absolutely not a charity. It's a business model. They call it the Wealth Recirculation Engine.
Let's pop the hood on that engine then, because the most surprising thing to me is how they make money. No ads, no commissions. How do they even keep the lights on?
Okay, so it starts with a tiny barrier to entry, a $1 monthly membership fee.
$1. So basically nothing, but it's a hurdle.
It is, but it's for verification and access. The real revenue, though, comes from something that's already happening. On MCC, if you sell, I don't know, a handmade scarf for $20, you keep 100% of that $20.
Wait, stop. 100%. Not 90, not 85. You get the whole $20.
The full amount. No platform tax.
So where's the money for MCC? How do they exist?
It's hidden in plain sight. It's the payment processing fee. You know that, 3% fee that Visa or MasterCard charges on every single credit card swipe?
Sure, the swipe fee. Most businesses just have to eat that cost.
And that money vanishes. It leaves your city, leaves the country in an instant. MCC has a system where they capture a big slice of that fee before it escapes.
So they're not adding a new fee. They're just catching the money that was already leaking out of the bucket.
Precisely. And this is the recirculation part. They have this 2-5, 25, 50 split.
Okay, let's walk through this because this feels like the core of the whole thing. So you have this pot of money from the swipe fees.
Right. So 50% of it goes to MCC for operations, servers, engineers, security, keeping the platform running.
Makes sense. Got to pay the bills.
Then 25% goes to a local nonprofit. And here's the genius part. The seller gets to choose which one.
Oh, that's clever. So when I buy my coffee, the coffee shop might be supporting the local animal shelter. Automatically.
And it turns every transaction into a micro-donation. And the last 25%...
This is the job creation part, right?
This is the job engine. It funds something called the Community Services Cooperative, or CSC.
Okay, so what is the CSC? Is it like being an Uber driver?
That's the key distinction. It's the opposite of the gig economy. The CSC is a separate legal entity. It's a cooperative. It's owned by its members.
So you're not a contract worker, you're an owner.
You're an owner. And they have two tiers. Tier 1 is the base member.
What's a base member do?
Think of them as a digital Sherpa for local businesses. Their job is to literally walk into the bakery, the auto shop, the bookstore, and help them get online. They take the photos, set up the storefront, answer the questions.
That's brilliant, because the biggest hurdle for a small shop isn't desire, it's time and, technical know-how.
Exactly. And they're paid from that 25% slice of the transaction fees. So as the local economy on the platform grows,
The fund to hire more support staff grows with it. It's a feedback loop.
it's a self-feeding engine for local employment. And then you have tier 2.
The certified specialists,
These are the pros, the graphic designers, the accountants, the marketers. They get certified by the co-op, and then businesses can hire them directly with all the money they just saved by not paying those 30% commissions.
so you're replacing an algorithm with a neighbor.
You're replacing a chatbot with a human being who lives in your zip code.
Let's pivot a bit to the tech itself, because this whole beautiful economic model depends on one thing: trust. And I mean, trust online is at an all-time low. Data breaches, bots.
Yeah.
Why would anyone trust this platform?
It's a huge question, and their solution is, well, it's kind of radical because it adds friction where everyone else is trying to remove it.
What do you mean?
It's called in-person verification.
In person. Like, I have to actually go somewhere.
You do. To a local library, a community college, a partner center, you sit down with a real person who verifies that you are, in fact, a real person.
I have to be honest, that sounds like a pain. Won't that scare people away?
If your goal is growth at all costs, yes, absolutely. But MCC's goal isn't speed, it's trust. By doing this, they create what they call a verified social commons.
A what?
Imagine a social feed with 0 bots, 0 trolls, 0 fake accounts, just real verified people from your actual city.
That actually sounds amazing. Almost peaceful.
It completely changes the dynamic. And on the back end, they have a no cloud rule for your most sensitive data. MCC never stores your password. They never see your government ID.
So if they get hacked, the hackers don't get the keys to everyone's life.
They can't, because you hold your own cryptographic keys on your phone, secured with your thumbprint, or on a little physical key. They literally can't reset your password because they don't have it. You own your own identity.
This all ties back to their slogan, right? Community, communication, cooperation.
It's the whole architecture. The community is the verified people. The communication is their promise of a chronological feed, no algorithm messing with what you see.
And cooperation is the economy that it all enables.
Right. It all works together.
There was one other feature that jumped out at me, the MCC credits. We're so used to ads being shoved in our faces. How does a business get noticed on MCC?
Yeah, this part is really interesting. You can't buy ads with money.
At all.
Nope. You can't just wire in $10,000 to boost your posts. You have to earn MCC credits.
Running them out.
By being a good community member, getting good ratings, engaging positively, offering discounts. You use those earned credits to promote yourself.
So it rewards being a good business, not just having a big marketing budget.
It rewards being a good neighbor.
Okay, this all sounds incredible. Almost too good to be true. Which brings me to the elephant in the room, the Goliaths. Meta, Google, all of them. What happens when they see this gaining steam? What stops them from just copying it and crushing it?
That's the billion-dollar question. And their comparison document has a fascinating answer. They argue the big guys can't copy them. It's a classic case of the innovator's dilemma.
But why not? Facebook copies features all the time. They took stories from Snapchat, Reels from TikTok.
They can copy a feature. They can't copy a business model that is fundamentally toxic to their own.
What do you mean by toxic?
I mean, Meta's entire multi-trillion-dollar valuation is based on 2 things: collecting your data and selling ads against it. If they adopted MCC's Model Zero commission, no data hoarding, no ads, their revenue would drop to 0 instantly.
Their shareholders would have a meltdown.
Exactly. They are trapped by their own success. MCC's real defense isn't the code, it's the structure. It's a system they literally can't afford to replicate.
That makes a lot of sense. But there's that other problem, the empty room problem. A network is useless without people. How do they get from 0 to a functioning economy?
They're not trying to launch everywhere at once. The plan is a Lighthouse City pilot strategy.
Right, I saw that. Atlanta, Los Angeles, and Oakland. Why those 3 cities?
They're archetypes. Atlanta is the cultural economic scale model. It has this huge concentration of Black-owned businesses and, crucially, The HBCU network.
Historically black colleges and universities.
Exactly. Imagine if they get the students and alumni of Morehouse and Spelman on board. They create an instant, influential ecosystem.
Okay, and LA, that's such a sprawling city.
LA is the fragmented urban model. It's a test case for Latino microenterprises, for gig workers. If it can work in a place as spread out and diverse as Los Angeles, it can work anywhere.
And Oakland.
Oakland is the community-embedded model. Oakland has this deep history of co-ops and community economics. The soil there is just incredibly fertile for an idea like this. They get it.
So the goal isn't to get 1 million users on day one.
Not at all. The initial goal is what they call the first 100.
The first 100.
In each city, they just want to get the first 100 businesses and a few hundred users to complete one full economic cycle. They need to prove the plumbing works. Prove that when $1 is spent, 25 cents actually lands in the nonprofit's bank account. It's about proof, not hype.
I want to just circle back to the minority business issue. We started with that staggering 44% statistic. Is giving them back their 30% commission, is that really enough to move the needle?
It's a complete game changer. I mean, the documents break it down. Most of these small shops operate on, what, a 3 to 5% profit margin?
If they're lucky.
Right. So if a platform is taking 30%, you are literally losing money on every single sale.
Yeah.
By making the commission zero, MCC isn't just giving them a little bonus.
It's the difference between being open and being closed.
It's instant viability. And just as important, look at their partners, the urban leagues, the Hispanic chambers of commerce. This isn't some tech company swooping in to save people. They are building with the communities that have been there all along.
It's not charity, it's empowerment.
It's infrastructure.
It's a pretty incredible vision. I mean, a world where buying your morning coffee automatically helps fund a local charity and creates a job for your neighbor.
It automates being a good neighbor. And that quote from the founder, Alessandro Bordin, it just keeps coming back to me. This is not protest, it is construction.
I love that. This is not protest, it is construction.
It just reframes the whole thing. We don't have to beg the big platforms to be nicer. We can just build something better, a system where, trust is verified, ownership is distributed, and the infrastructure actually serves the people who use it.
So here's the thought I want to leave you with. For decades, we've just sort of accepted that to be online, we have to be the product. That our data, our money, our attention, it has to be extracted. MCC is putting a new set of blueprints on the table.
The blueprints are ready. The math works. The only real question left is, which city is going to build it first?
A fantastic question. And if you're listening from Atlanta, LA, or Oakland, maybe the answer is you. That's all for this deep dive. Next time you buy something online, just take a second and wonder where that money is really going. Thanks for listening.